Welcome to section 5 of KMF 117 new puzzle. Let's start with the question number 41. List S consists of n different positive values where n is greater than 1. List T consists of the squares of n values in S. So we need to find quantity A and quantity B and then compare. Quantity A is the square of the range of the values in S, and quantity B is the range of the values in T. Okay, so first let us take a list where n is greater than 1. So list n can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. And list T is the square of the n values in S. So T will be 2 square equal to 4, 3 square equal to 9, and in this way 25, 36 and so on. Now, quantity A is the square of the range of the values in S. What is the range of S? That is 6 minus 2, so 4, and square of the 4 is 16. What is quantity B? Range of the values in T. That is 36 minus 4 equal to 32. So quantity B is greater. Let us move to the next question. X and Y are positive numbers. Quantity A will be root over X plus root over Y, and quantity B is root over X plus Y. Let us take two positive numbers. Say x equal to 1 and y equal to 1. So quantity A will be 2 because root 1 equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2. And quantity B will be root 2, that is 1.41. So in this case we get quantity is greater. Let us take another example where x equal to 4 and y equal to 16. Here we also get that quantity A is greater. So the answer will be option A. You can take fraction also, and using the fraction that x equal to 0.01 and y equal to 2.5, I get that option A is the correct answer. Here's a fraction in quantity A and an exponent in quantity B. We can solve quantity A. Let us start. So 2 to the power 24 is in the numerator. So take it common. So after taking it common, we get 2 cube minus 1. So 2 cube equal to 8 minus 1 is 7. So 2 to the power 24 multiplied by 7. And in the denominator, you can take 8 to the power 26 as a common term. So 2 minus 1 equal to 1. And 2 cube will be 8. So 3 multiplied by 26, we get 2 to the power 78. Now we have the same base in the numerator and denominator. So 24 minus 78, we get 7 multiplied by 2 to the power minus 54. And if we take fraction, we get 1 by 7 multiplied by 2 to the power 54. And in case of B, we get 1 by 2 to the power 54. So which one is greater? Obviously, quantity B is greater because in quantity A, denominator is much higher than denominator of quantity B. In this question as well, we are given two fractions. So let us solve the first one and also the second one. So what is the cube root of 512? It's 8. So 48 plus 8 cube root. We get cube root of 56. Now in case of denominator, you can take 2 as a common term. So 2 will be outside of the parentheses and 5 minus 6 cube root 5. Okay. Now notice denominator of the quantity A is 2 multiplied by 5 minus 6 cube root 5, and denominator of the quantity b is also 5 minus 6 cube root 5. So both are common except the 2. So we can write that cube root 56 divided by 2 equal to the numerator of the quantity b, that is cube root 6 plus cube root 2, and we have cancelled out the denominator, common term of the denominator from both sides, that is from quantity a and quantity b. Now just take cube in both sides, and I get 56 divided by 8, because 2 doesn't have any cube root, so 2 cube equal to 8, and in the right side we got 6 plus cube root 2. Now 56 divided by 8 equal to 7, and in the right side we get the same term, that is 6 plus cube root 2. Now cube root 2 is obviously greater than 1. We do not need to calculate the actual value, but we know that it's greater than 1. Henceforth, quantity B will be greater than quantity A, because 6 plus 1 point something is obviously greater than 7. Okay. Here we are given two equations with conditions. So Bn equal to n by n plus 1 for all integers n greater than 1, and Cn equal to Bn plus Bn minus 1 for all integers n greater than 2. The integer k is greater than 2. We need to find out the value of ck and the value of 2k square minus 1 divided by k plus k. Okay, let us take some numbers. What is b1? b1 equal to 1 by 1 plus 1, that is half. And what is b2? b2 equal to 2 by 2 plus 1, that's 2 by 3. And b3 will be, with the same equation, it will be 3 by 4. Let us calculate Cn. C2 equal to Bn, that is b2 plus Bn minus 1, that is b2 minus 1, b1. So b2 plus b1. b2 is 2 by 3 and b1 is half. So C2 equal to will be 2 by 3 plus half equal to 7 by 6. In the same way, we will calculate C3, because for the Cn, the condition is n greater than 2. So for C3, we get 7 by 6 also. So the value of A will be 7 by 6. And what is the quantity B? 2k square. So as C3 is equal to 7 by 6, we will consider k equal to 3. So 3 square, that is 9, multiplied by 2. So 18 minus 1, we get 17. And in the denominator, we get 3 plus 3 equal to 6. So the quantity B is 17 by 6. Which one is greater? Obviously, quantity B is greater. Okay. Question number 46. In the xy plane shown, the x-axis represents an east-west road, the y-axis represents a north-south road, and the origin represents the intersection of the two roads. Point A and point B represents the centers of the town A and town B, respectively, and the center of town A is 5 kilometers north of the intersection. If the line through the origin and point B has slope 3 by 4, which of the following is closest to the distance in kilometers between the centers of town A and town B? So here is the given information. The center of town A is 5 kilometers north of the intersection. So 5 kilometers north, I get y equal to 5. And the slope of point B, the slope is rise by run. So we have drawn a line, that is BD. So BD is the rise. We get 3 and run is OD. So it's 4. Now use a Pythagorean theorem, that is 3 square plus 4 square and then take the root of the result. We get root over 25 equal to 5. So we get OB equal to 5. Now what do we need to find out? Which of the following is the closest to the distance in kilometers between the centers of town A and town B? Now AV divided by OA equal to OD divided by OB. Notice that OD is the base and OB, um, yes, OD is the base. And in the same way, AB is also the base. And the OB is the third side. And in the same way, OA is also the third side. So AB divided by 5 because OA equal to 5 and OD by OB equal to 4 by 5. So we get AV equal to 4. So our answer will be option E. The distance between the centers of town A and town B is 4 kilometers. Here is a tricky question and a little bit complex also. The shaded region in the XY plane represents the surface of a pond. The length of 1 unit in the XY plane represents 5 meters. The average depth of the water in the pond is 0.8 meter. Of the following, which is the best estimate of the total volume in cubic meters of the water in the pond? Now, the pond started in where y-axis is 1 and ended where y-axis is 6, and in the x-axis it goes up to 7 or 8. Now how many red dots and blue dots can you see here? There are some full square, right? And there are some half square where squares are just covered by the pond. So 5 multiplied by 7. You can see that 6 minus 1 because the pond didn't start at the base, that is 0. So 6 minus 1 equal to 5 in the y-axis, and in the x-axis it is 7, that is 35 minus 10 multiplied by 1. So there are 10 full squares in this pond that is not covered by the water, and you will get that 14 squares, almost 14. You can take 12 or 13 as well because those numbers are difficult to exactly identify those numbers. It is very difficult. So you can use 12 or 13 or 14 and multiply it 0.5 because those didn't have the full square. So 5 multiplied by 7 minus 10 multiplied by 1 minus 14 multiplied by 0.5, I get 18. Now notice that 1 unit in the xy plane represents 5 meters. So let us take a square because we are working with the square. So 1 is to 25. So 18 multiplied by 25, and the depth, average depth is 0.8. So 25 multiplied by 0.8, we get 360. So it didn't get the exact number here, but the approximate number would be, that is the best estimate, would be 350. So our answer is 350. So to solve the question, we need to find out how many full square is there and how many half square is there. Then we take the area of the pond, that is 5 multiplied by 7, and then take the difference from the full square and the half square, and then multiply the result by the scale and the average depth. That's how we get the answer. The figure shows the design of a mosaic tile in which the four sides of the square are the diameters of four intersecting semicircles. Small blue stones are to be placed in the shaded regions and will cover 95% of the area of these regions. If each side of the square has length 2 feet, approximately how many square feet of the tile will be covered by the blue stones? This is a tricky math and easy as well. Notice that there are four semicircles, right? What is the area of a circle? Pi r square. So the area of the semicircle will be pi r square divided by 2. So there are four semicircles. So 4 pi r square divided by 2, we get 2 pi r square because 4 divided by 2 equal to 2. Now we have counted one side, half of the semicircle twice in each cases, right? Yes. So take the difference, 2 pi r square minus 4. Or you can think it in this way. There are 2 feet in each side. So 2 by 2 equal to 4. Multiplied by how much is covered? 95%. So multiplied by 0.95 and we get 2.16. So approximately the answer will be option C, 2.2. Then question number 49. The figure shows two congruent circles with centers P and Q. If PR equal to QS equal to 1 and XY equal to 8, what is the distance between centers P and Q? So P and Q are the centers of the circles and we need to find out the distance. So PR equal to 1 and QS equal to 1. Let us consider that PQ equal to, P and the intersection is X and Q up to the intersection is X. So the PQ is the 2X basically. Now notice that XY is 8. So half of the XY that would equal to Rx is 4 because 8 by 2 equal to 4. Now notice that PS and PX are radius, so Rx is 4 and Sx is also 4. So 2x, we get PQ, that is x plus x, 2x plus 1. We are taking the equation of Pythagoras, a square plus b square equal to c square. So 2x plus 1 whole square equal to x square plus 4 square. Now after solving the equation, we get x equal to either 3 or 5 by 3. That is the x. So what will be the 2x? That is x plus x. 2 multiplied by 5 by 3, that is 10 by 3. The answer will be option B. This question seems to be easy, but while applying logic, it may seem tough. It may seem tough to you. So just sit and try to find out how the equation works. Welcome to section 5 of KMF 170 new puzzle. This video is helpful to you. Please subscribe the channel and share with your friends and acquaintances. Thank you for watching and your patience.